Hello to you friend, welcome back to our channel. I'm glad to announce that we are starting a new playlist called, Come Let's Reason Together. Hope you will enjoy it. Our topic today is titled, The Importance of Country Living. With that said, let's start. Friend, first of all, what is country living? In a nutshell, country living simply means living away from the city or congested areas, that is, in villages. It may sound funny, but that is it. Friend, do you statistics reveal that in the next 20 years half of all world's population will be living in towns, cities and other urban centers? Do you know the reason? The simple reason is that, in urban centers, there is a continuous cash flow, that is based on the simple reason that, in cities, there are many job opportunities, from working in factories, from cleaning the different areas, from selling foodstuffs and many more. Through this, many are able to easily earn a living. However, there is a problem when many people dream of a similar place. That is due to the reason that many are seeking to move to urban centers in search of livelihood. Then many have ended up getting nothing out of it because they are contesting for a limited scale of opportunities. That is why slums are rapidly coming up, to hold those who had their dreams failed but are unwilling to go back to the village. Through this, many urban areas become so congested. And do you know what it means having a congested area? Friend, there are many negative effects of the latter, that is, increased crime rate for those whose dreams of attaining a livelihood in cities failed, increased susceptibility to health problems. This has been the case especially during pandemics. Look at the statistics. You will find that many cases are recorded in the cities. Friend, our focus today is not on the city life. No, not really. Our focus today is on the opposite of the rather, that is, country living. Awesome. Let's proceed now. Friend, do you know country living has a dozen number of importance to every creature, be it a cow, dog, and us as the most intelligent of all creatures. Today we are going to reason together on the importance of country living. Let's go. Country living is vital or important due to the following reasons. First of all, friend, living in the country promotes a peaceful life. Friend, out in the country, life moves a little bit slower. I've lived in big cities, next to the ocean, and in city-adjacent suburbs, but it wasn't until I moved out to the country to a small farm town, that I finally felt like I could really breathe. And as it turns out, I'm not the only one. The benefits of country living have been pretty well researched. Science shows that, living in the country is beneficial for both your physical and your mental health. And while city and suburb living certainly have plenty of their own benefits, there's something about country life that just does the body good, as opposed to city busy life with everyone in no time mood. Friend, in countries like USA, rural areas account for 97% of the country's land, but houses just 19.3% of the population, according to the USA Census Bureau's American Community Survey. That's a lot of room to spread out for those who appreciate the quiet, privacy, and open sky of the country. Whether you're trying to decide between city life versus country life, or just need some reminders about why living in the country is a great choice, read on for 6 of the biggest benefits inherent in rural living. Ready, set, let's go. 1. Living in the country promotes and provides cleaner air. Friend, the further out into the country you get, the more your air quality improves, and the vice versa is the fact. Researchers have a few ideas for why this might be, including less pollution, greater abundance of trees and grass, and perhaps even exposure to cell-improving phytochemicals that get released from plants, fungi, and microbes. Isn't that awesome? Oh yes, absolutely, cool. I can feel the rich air of the countryside. Let's move to the country. Importance number 2, living in the country has less crime rates. Friend, residents in rural areas are less likely to be the victims of a wide range of crimes versus those who are living in the city or suburbs. These include simple and aggravated assault, robbery, and theft. Part of the reason for this is just a sheer numbers game. There are less people in the country, thus less opportunity for crime to occur. There's also a higher percentage of police officers per capita, that is 2.8 officers per 100,000 people in non-metropolitan counties, compared to 2.6 officers per 100,000 people in metropolitan counties. However, crime can happen anywhere, and the country certainly isn't guaranteed to be completely free of it. But still, if you're looking to live somewhere where you can feel more comfortable letting your kids ride their bikes alone to school or leaving your windows open for a cool breeze while you sleep, statistically the country is going to be your best bet. Awesome. By the way, today I'm gonna move out of my bedsitter apartment and move back to the village to live in my traditional hut. Awesome. 3. Living in the country promotes better psychological health. Oh yes, city life is highly stressful, due to the no-time mood as highlighted earlier, besides due to the high population density within a small area, but that is not the case for country living. In fact, your brain actually functions differently in the country. Living in an urban environment overstimulates two key and potentially harmful regions of the brain, that is the areas that regulate emotion and anxiety. Scientists believe this is the reason they see higher rates of mental health problems in cities than non-urban areas. In the country, the brain is less likely to experience this kind of overstimulation. The benefits? A lower risk of anxiety disorders and mood disorders. There is also research showing that city living increases schizophrenia risk, likely due to unknown environmental factors that impact developing brains. Friend, it is vital to note that you're not going to be able to completely prevent a mood disorder or mental illness just because you live in the country, nor are you guaranteed to have less stress in your life simply because you're out of the city. But you are going to avoid some of the increased risk factors for these psychological ailments that are deeply connected with city life, and it's a benefit of country living worth considering. Fantastic. 4. Country living is cheaper. Friend, cities are expensive to live in. This is because it's already well established that living in the suburbs is cheaper than living in the city, and the cost of living drops even further for rural areas. A study looking at the cost of living for urban and rural areas in Pennsylvania found that those in the country paid less for everything from groceries, to health care, to transportation, with the greatest price differentiation having to do with housing costs. It is 13% less in rural areas than urban areas. Friend, it is of course what you pay to live somewhere, and what you get for that money, that is going to differ depending on your exact locality. But if you're looking for somewhere to spend less and get more, the first place you should start your search is in the country. Awesome. 5. Country living promotes exposure to nature. Friend, being outside in the open air is connected with many of the benefits of country living, and while you don't have to go out to the country to find some sunshine and trees, head out to rural land and you'll definitely find more of it than you will in the cities and suburbs. As for specific benefits, immersing yourself in a natural environment is good for everything, from improving your short-term memory, to lowering your blood pressure. It might even make you more creative, because when you are connected to nature then you are able to find yourself, and since nature natures, then you will be natured, becoming more creative and indeed wise. Super cool, friend. Besides, spending more time in nature is a great way to improve your health, and when you're living the country life, you don't have to go very far to reap the benefits. Natural paradise can be found right outside of your door, instead of a car or bus ride away. Nice one. 5. Country living promotes easy access to organic food. Friend, out in my own country paradise, I don't have a Whole Foods within 30 miles of me, but I do have multiple farms, all within a 10-minute drive, where I can buy fresh eggs, fruits, and veggies right from the source. The type of food that our bodies really need is in abundance out in the country, as is available land if you want to start growing your own. Isn't that awesome? Friend, in the city, access to unprocessed, healthy foods is not quite so extensive. This is because urban food deserts are especially problematic in low-income areas, where small markets and gas station, snack bars, often stand in for fancy organic grocery stores. In the country, even those with less to spend can easily purchase high-quality foods for cleaner diets. There are many pros to eating organic foods. Chief among them is less exposure to the harmful pesticides used to produce food on a mass level. Absolutely amazing. So friend, in a nutshell, there are many benefits to country living that you won't find anywhere else, and the diversity of country land means that, if you want something specific in addition to your rural environment, say, nearby water or mountain views, you can get that too. Friend, if you're thinking about moving out to the country, consider the pros and cons and make an informed decision based on the way that you like to live your life. Even the most adamant city dwellers may find that they feel a certain sense of joy and freedom when they trade the crowded streets for the cornfields. Absolutely amazing. Friend, hope you have learned a lot from our reasoning session today. Please let's come and reason together again in the next video by God's grace. Hope you enjoyed this video. Like, share and subscribe for more. God bless you all. In Jesus' mighty name, amen and amen.